Welcome, everybody, to Red Summit 7, our biggest episode yet. Super stoked for this episode. Still might even be joined by Hayes. Not sure he's a very, very busy man. He's in demand. But, I want to welcome everybody to our 7th episode, our 7th roundtable. And, joining us today are two very, very special guests that I've been talking to for a little while now about getting them on the show. Super stoked that they're here. First is my man Giddey all the way over there in the top right corner. Giddey, man, thank you for being here, and go ahead and give the people a taste of like what you do and where they can find you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Phil. Shit, dude, I would just say if you guys have ever seen the fucking Great Gatsby. Well, can we swear on here?
Yeah, you can swear as much as you want.
Yeah.
Go
All right,
for
I got some wine
Yeah.
too. Can that be shown? It like I don't want to keep it out the camera. But anyway, if you guys have seen the Great Gatsby, man, I feel like I'm just like the Great Gatsby of the Bulls community, dude. I run the Bulls HQ Discord, as Phil has was so generous to point out during this big announcement. Shout out to you, by the way, for that, Phil. Seriously, but we'll get to that. But yeah, man, I look at myself as a man of the people. I just try to bring everybody together. Our team is already hard enough to watch as it is, so I feel like we can all suffer together or have a good time together. And I'm also writing for On Tap Sportsnet, if you guys have heard of that. Yeah, just spreading my wings and just happy to be here tonight.
Hell yeah, appreciate you, Giddey. I like that, a man of the people. That's how in future appearances, that's how you're going to be introduced, man.
Absolutely, bro.
And then down in the bottom right corner, I have the man who is the front man for the Horns Over Hoops podcast. Sal, I appreciate you being here. You brought me on your show. It was a great time. I'm glad I could return the favor. And why don't you give the people an idea of where they can find you at, my friend?
Oh, pleasure's all mine, man. So I'm Sal Bass. I am, like you said, the front man of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. I host it with two of my best friends of 20 years. You can find us at Horns Over Hoops across the board. We post bi-weekly episodes. I do shorts every once in a while. I also write for On Tap. Recently just got brought aboard the On Tap community and been loving it ever since. So I not only make videos of bulls, I make audio of bulls, but now I actually write about the bulls too. So the three-headed monster.
Dude, the trifecta. I love that shit, man. I love it. Whoa. And again, thank you, Sal, for being here. And then, as always, I've got my partners in crime, 3 boys, 3 continents, 1 love, the Chicago Bulls. You guys know how we do. Down right below me, I've got the man out of Ireland, Neil. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm good, thank you. Survived the New Year's, which is always a challenge in Ireland, as we tend to put a few scoops away. But yeah, good. Happy to be here. Off to a good start for 2026 as well, rolling forward.
There you go, man. Yeah, this is the way to kick it off, And down to my right, I've got Australia's favorite son, the man that calls Adelaide his home. Also, that is my adopted home. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm my second hometown is Adelaide, Australia. Troy, how you doing tonight, brother? Thank you for being here, and go 36ers.
Mate, I'll be win by the 36ers last night against those bitch-ass Sydney Kings. So I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Battling with a little bit of an ear infection, as I said to you before we went live. So a little bit of a difficulty hearing things at the moment, but other than that, I'm doing good. Survived the New Year's. Was in bed before midnight, so looking forward to chopping up with our guys here tonight. Let's do it.
Hell yeah! For the people, we are doing a little bit of a different format. It's going to be a little more open. You guys will kind of see where we go with it, but also everyone, if you want to leave your comments or your questions in the chat, if we have a strict hour timeline tonight, but if we get to the end of our conversation, we will definitely hit those questions up. And all right, so without further ado, I started with the introductions with you, Giddey. What is there in particular that you wanted to talk about tonight? Go ahead and pose the topic for us.
All right. My topic, if you guys know me, I'm nobody. So like, but these guys, they know me, man. And like, what I'm always talking about is fucking fighting. And I want this Bulls team. That's when Phil told me like, what was my topic for the night? We talked about it. I told him it's gonna be about fight and tenacity. So we've been talking about it in the Discord a lot. Me and Troy talked about it. Like there was a couple games, or like last week, a couple weeks ago during the game, we were losing so bad that we all started talking about the Derrick Rose fucking team and then Michael Jordan. And then Troy was like, this is how bad this fucking team gets some nights, is that we got to distract ourselves with nostalgia, just to avert our eyes from what we're currently watching on the TV. And so, like, while I do love this team, dude, it's like I feel like I'm insane sometimes because I'm constantly just asking for these guys to fight harder and look like they give a fuck more, you know? I guess I'm like the American version of Matt from C Red, you know, like Matt's always pissed off because he wants these guys to play harder, and I feel him, dude. It's like there's just too many plays where you see these guys and like on a loose ball, instead of sprinting over to the loose ball, you're just sitting there watching it, you know, fucking wishing on a star like it's gonna come to us. And it's like it's shit like that, man. I know they're a young team, but I guess I got spoiled watching the Thibodeau era with D Rose and Joakim Noah and Luol Deng. You got fucking Ronnie Brewer, fucking CJ Watson getting scrappy. Like the whole team, even if they weren't as talented as their opponents, they hustled harder. So it's like my thing is like, why can't we have that now? Like I think this team that we have now is damn near more talented than any team we've had in a long time. When you think about it, like Josh Giddey is a dog. Kobe, he's having an off year, but he's got it. You know, like we have a lot of talent on the team. It's just the fight isn't there. So like that's my main topic I want to talk about is can we see some fucking fight from our team and our boys?
Do you not think that's the NBA in general nowadays, though, that that kind of fight is gone? The hard edge basketball is disappearing. I mean,
that's true.
One could point a finger at somebody who's currently in the purple and gold, but I wouldn't want to do that. But somebody has certainly introduced
Please do it.
rolling around the place.
It reaches.
Okay, fuck you, LeBron.
Right now, he ain't happy about that. He loves LeBron, dude. He's got a goddamn LeBron profile picture. He's a Bron sexual. You know, yeah, man. Shout out to Bron, but yeah, you know, it's like you said. But I feel like we have started to see it a little bit more. It's starting to come back. Like guys like Anthony Edwards, they get after it. You know, or you look at Wemby, how much he fucking hates Chet for no reason. It's like Toby in The Office and Michael Scott and Toby. He just fucking hates Chet. You know, Chet breathes and Wemby's ready to dunk on him. You know, so like, I do want that kind of mentality and attitude back on this team. I mean, we talked about it, Neil. You brought it up in your Discord. The controversial dunk from Giannis. You know, a lot of fans were upset about that. You know, and like, while I do understand their argument, my thing is, our team should have showed more fight instead of being upset that the guy that beat you is shitting on you. You can't control what your opponents do to you when they're beating you. Just beat them. If you don't want your opponents to disrespect you, then don't let them disrespect you. Make them like earn their respect. You know, so I just feel like this, like the Derrick Rose team that we had, Giannis ain't doing that to that team. Fuck no, you would have had what's his name? Was it Kurt Thomas that pushed LeBron over for breathing?
Nas Mohammed. Nazir
Mohammed. Yeah.
I should log off for that. But yeah, it was Big Nas, man. It was Big Nas. You know, so like I think you're right, Neil, that it is starting to come. It is going away, like it has gone away. I don't want to call them soft, these kids, but it's just too friendly.
Okay. Call them soft.
Yeah, man.
It's
And
soft.
like
It is.
what I mean, as much as like guilty, you know this. Like I didn't like what Giannis did, like that whole windmill dunk at the end. Like to me, there is that unwritten rule of respecting your opponents and all that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, going back to the old school days, I would have loved to see someone chase him down and put him into the 10th row.
Yes, Troy. That's what I'm saying. It's because you're 100% right. When I was arguing about this with guys, like I didn't want people to think that I was supporting what Giannis did. That shit was corny as hell. But my thing is, I was mad. I was more so mad at our guys. I don't care about Giannis. He's not on my fucking team. I want my team to respond better.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like we responded like a bunch of little punks, dude. Either just walk off the court, you know, and be more mad at yourself that you even got yourself in a position for him to do that. We were in one, we could have been 1 point away from that game. When he turned it over after that 5-second violation, then we came out and shot some bullshit. Game over. Be mad at yourself that we played like shit and then it gave him the opportunity to go do that bullshit. Don't be mad at him for dunking on you.
How did you feel about that, Sal? How did that make you feel?
Here's the thing. Usually when I watch a game and I watch a member of the opposing team do something, I usually put myself in their shoes. I say, had one of our guys done that, how would I have felt? And I think I could wholeheartedly say that, like, let's say, you know, whoever, we'll throw Coby White out there. He goes over there and dunks with, 2 seconds left in a decided game. I'd be a little pissed off at Coby.
You should
But
be.
I'm going to add to guilties. I expect somebody from the Bucks to come over and check Coby for even thinking of doing something like that. So I'm with you. I would where I'm not advocating for all out brawls on the court. Nobody wants to see anyone get hurt, but I do want to see us defend our own. I want to see us. You cannot, because that was at our house. You don't come into our house disrespecting the Bullhorns, man.
Yeah.
So that game's decided. And here's the thing, shame on, and yes, we can argue that, don't let him get in a position where that dunk meant anything. But I still got to say, man, Giannis, you're an MVP, you're a champion. Have a little bit more class than that, man. And then some half-ass interview in the locker room where it's like, oh, I'm a winner. I like to play to the final whistle. Come on now, man.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Sal.
No, that was it.
Can I say one more thing, Phil?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just I want to make it clear that I'm not saying, because I don't even want our guys to go fight him after that dunk. I want us to be so pissed off at ourselves. Like, where's the accountability? That should have been another topic for tonight. Like, accountability. Like, where's the accountability in our franchise? But fuck that. Point is, I don't even want us to go fight, the player for doing that. You should be so mad with yourselves for losing that game that what he's doing in that moment, fuck him. Like, you're not worried about that. You're beating yourselves up. How do we get better for next game? That's where your attention is. Don't go talk to him and say, why'd you do that, Giannis? Fuck that. Ask yourselves, why did we lose this game? Your opponent is not your opponent. Your opponent is yourself. Understand? So, like, I want that mentality from this team, man, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's something I was saying during that losing streak as well. It's like people were having a bitch and a moan about these guys being friends and stuff off the court. That was not my personal problem. My problem was these guys aren't holding each other accountable and holding each other to standards.
Yes.
That's very fair. That's very fair. I think not to make excuses for him. I'm just trying to give an explanation for why I think that might be the case. I think a lot of that has to do with their youth. I think a lot of it has to do with them still learning. I guess they're. I think a lot of them are still maybe happy just to be in the NBA instead of. I think some of those guys want to hold others accountable, but maybe they're just not there. They haven't found their voice. As far as Giannis, I thought all around, I thought it sucked all around because Giannis is over there acting like they're like the Bucks are worth a fuck this year. They suck, and I know that he's kind of been hurt and stuff like that, but it was just a little bit of a weak move. Like I would like to see him do that to a team that's better. Like it's kicking a dying dog while it's down, kind of where we're at right now. But with that being said, I agree with all of you guys. Like, honestly, I would like to see more accountability. I also think that this era of NBA is soft. I know that Guilty, you said you're not looking for them to go over there and check him. I honestly, I have to disagree. I want to see, Vooch walked up to him like he was going to do something. Actually do something then, Vucevic. Don't be a bitch about it, man. I mean, at least shove the guy.
Something, man. Show something. And that's what I always say. Like, I tell these guys, like, when it came to this season, this team has already exceeded my expectations for this year. I didn't think we were going to be this fucking good. Fuck the 5-0 like win streak. It's just like we're in a lot more games than I thought we'd be in with this group. So, like, I never saw this season, like you said, like multiple of you have said, it's a young team. It's a new team. So they're still learning how to, like, play with each other. They're still growing up in the league. They're happy to be there. So it's just the fact that I never saw this season as like, I don't care about the wins and losses. I just want to see effort. I want to see you go out there and fight. We've been talking about it again in the cord. Shout out this dude, Cranky Doggy. But he would always talk about the Detroit Pistons a couple years ago, and especially last year. They were still losing a shit ton of games, right? I mean, it got to the point where they were posting memes of Cade Cunningham with tears in his eyes because his team sucked. But he was always saying in the Discord that don't count the Pistons out because they may be losing games, but while they're losing games, they're still fighting. Like, those kids are still scrappy. They're still building good habits. It takes time. It's not about you winning or losing. It's just at least leave it all on the fucking court. You could lose every game for me this season. I'd still be a happy fan just watching these guys go out and get after it and leave it all on the court, man. That's all I want to see. I mean, as fans, we deserve to see that, dude. Sal, you're a fucking firefighter. Like, you can be out putting out fires and you're like, actually, you know what? I'm going to stand and watch the goddamn Bulls. And these motherfuckers, like, don't even want to be out there themselves. They want to be a firefighter. So it's like, I feel that people get mad at me when I say that. It's like, am I so crazy for just wanting to see these kids give a fuck? And now I sound like I'm an old ass man. Jesus Christ. I sound
that's my
old,
role,
man. Yeah, I'm over 31, dude. I sound like a damn teacher. I want these kids. Show me your care, kid. Like, fuck, man.
The thing is, right, you're talking about accountability and doing something. Like, the whole thing was, right, Giannis was winding that up from beyond the halfway line. You could see what he was about to do.
Evil intentions.
Right? Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. I'm not saying foul him. I'm not saying body check him, but at least look like you're hustling to get in front of him.
Thank you. It's something. At least look like you give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't even. And then Giddey shot like a half court 3 after just like, oh. And I'm not even that mad at him, but like some dude was arguing with me about it. And I'm like, I'm not mad at him for doing it, but it just kind of looked like I'm watching Pee Wee basketball. Like you don't. It's just certain things you don't do. Like we could say Giannis shouldn't go dunk. And you're right. He shouldn't do that. But then let's not throw up a fucking half court shot. Like, well, we're the Bulls. Like, no, fucking at least look pissed off. Throw him off the court like you're mad that we lost. At least lie to me, dude. Like, tell me you care. At least.
Super fair. That's
Just
fair,
pretend.
Man. I'm with all of that, man. It reminds me of something that Jason Williams said, not White Chocolate, but the guy that was in center for the Nets back in the 90s. I read his autobiography, and, at first he ended up being an all-star, but at first he wasn't very good. And he said, back then his role on the team was to give 5 hard fouls. And if like someone was coming down the lane for a layup and they were wide open, he was going to check them. And that was just the way it was. And so
yes, man.
I agree. Like, I don't want to see guys get hurt, but I don't think there's anything wrong with asking guys to just be a little bit tougher, be a little bit more, care about what you're doing. And if you're getting if you're getting beat up, fight back. And I guess if you can't outplay them, then at least make them earn it with their bodies. I don't know. People say that I'm an asshole or I'm crazy for thinking that, but
I feel you. I feel you, man. You're 1,000% in the right. Like what did it's like an old Will Smith quote where he said like if he's in the gym and the person on the treadmill is next to him, like he'll die before he lets them outrun him. And I always thought that was so corny when I was younger, and now here's me wearing fucking glasses at 6 p.m. like an old ass man. Now I agree with him because it's just about the intention. Like he doesn't want to get out hustled. It's not about your talent. You don't gotta, like you said, just fight back. You don't gotta win the fight, but just showing that you're gonna fight back, just showing the hustle. That's all we care about.
Right. And I think the hardest swallow in that is that, it's a Chicago team, and the Chicago team is not playing Chicago style basketball, which is blue collar hustle play. And they're not doing that anymore. No. And even like you said, the Thibodeau era, they were a hustling team. We've grown up watching, no matter which area you're from, you've grown up watching blue collar, hard nosed Bulls basketball that is played as to coin a phrase, the Chicago way. And it's not being played that way anymore. Now, is it possibly exciting, entertaining basketball that we're looking at right now? Yeah, it can be, but it's not Chicago basketball right now.
Yeah. No, you're
absolutely.
Right,
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see that Chicago basketball come back, man. Honestly, wanted to see. Yeah, I honestly, Sal, I like that. Let's touch on that. So Sal had something that he did want to talk about. We are going to get to the injuries as well, but Sal, go ahead and hit on that one first.
All right. So I noticed this is like, how like every year when the year ends, they're like, this is the quote of the year. Like there was that one word that stuck out for the year. Well, I feel like this year it's already been decided that the word of the year is double big. And my question to everyone is, why do we call it a double big, man? Jalen Smith is 6'8", 215 pounds. He is built like a normal ass power forward in the 90s, man. Like
Troy's riled up right now.
Yeah, like here's my thing, and I think I said it when you came on our show there, Phil. It was, if I was Billy right now, I would have had Jalen Smith starting at power forward at the start of the year.
Thank you.
I would have ran a lineup with Vooch, Jalen Smith, Matas back at the 3 where he belongs.
Yes, thank you.
I know everybody is a big Ice fan, and I'm a big Ice fan too, especially hearing him butcher Mariah Carey's song. But unfortunately, I'd have to give this, the 2-guard spot to Coby until he's either off the team or whatever. He's got that spot, and then Josh Giddey at the point. That's a lineup that, we're not experts. They get paid a lot of money. Why has Billy not even toyed around with that? And I get injuries have been a thing, but why are we calling it a double big? Dude
I don't know
is
why we're
shorter
calling
than
it.
Matas Brazzelis.
Traditional basketball.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Hey, me and Troy talk about this all the time. I remember. Hold on, I'm about to get fired up. Let me calm the fuck
Go.
down.
Let this man loose.
Because
Glasses off.
they've been talking about small ball for like 5 years, and I remember like when you like even as short as 3 years ago, if you were to ask to see two bigs, like when we had Drummond, I used to want to see. It's crazy to sound. I want Boosh to go to the 4 and Drummond at the 5, just to give me some sides, get some rebounds. And guys would say, "Oh, that's dinosaur era basketball," or that's a thing of the past. We're moving forward in the modern NBA. And as Troy he's been saying for a while now, size matters, guys. All right, in more ways than one. If Hayes was here, he'd tell you the same. Size matters. But on the basketball court, guys, we need to use our size for a team that doesn't get rebounds, for a team that's always getting beat up inside, and we have a plethora of big men. To not use them is fucking malpractice. I just don't understand. And it's like you said, Sal, it's like the fans see things and it takes Billy 2 years to fucking catch up. I don't understand how that happens. He's a Hall of Fame fucking coach. How are we sitting at home ordering fucking DoorDash food and we can see better schemes than this dude on the sideline that's getting paid and he's a Hall of Fame coach? Like, it took you this long to try to double big lineup. And Modest should naturally be a 3. Like, what takes these fucking guys so... Well, I shouldn't say these guys. Billy. What takes him so long to do the most common sense shit? I don't get it, man.
It's wild.
What do you got, Troy? Let me hear it.
I just don't understand how traditional basketball is so fucking hard to do. Why?
And we got good bigs.
We do. We've seen it works. Like,
Yeah.
it fucking works. Why is it so hard? Like, Billy, what is that? You're chewing that bubble gum too fucking hard for the shit to go to your bloody brain. Like, come
Fucking
on.
Billy goat. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But
go ahead.
yeah, it's playing Modest at the 3 is, and I've said it right from the time he was drafted. Like, this guy is a 3 because he's got fine. He's 6'10", but he's got the way he plays. He's a 3. So fine, yes, and I know I've said in like Scottie Pippen in today's era, which it's stupid, but in today's era he's a power forward because.
Oh yeah, easily.
I know he was listed at 6'7", but realistically,
Easily.
he's like 6'8", 6'9". In today's game, yeah, Scottie Pippen will play the power forward position, but
easily. He'd be matching up with Jason Tatum.
Yeah, like I'm done with how like this whole positionless basketball shit. Like, I get it to a certain extent, but it's like still keep some tradition of how the game was played back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Because it proved, like, the Bulls have proven it works for him. So fucking do it.
Yeah. I didn't even see Phil put those shades on. You know what, Phil? I brought something tonight because I love when you bust. Me and my girl, we watch the show, and like when you bust those fucking shades out, dude, it hypes me up. So I brought something to join you tonight. I got my fucking horns for the Horniacs, okay? They're deer antlers. We're going to throw these motherfuckers on. Yeah, we're going to throw them on. I'm going to join you.
I love it. I had to put on the dinosaur glasses. I've never gotten to use these yet. And then someone called it dinosaur era basketball. And I was like, fuck yes. Finally.
That's right.
I get to use the dinosaur glasses. So, I'm out here, I was waiting to kick the Raptors ass to use them, but this is also a good use for them. So man, I don't understand why it's called dinosaur era basketball, because if you're out rebounding, like you have to adjust to what the other team is doing. And if they're clearly if you can't guard them, I guess you can't guard them. But you know what they can't do? Rebound the fucking ball. If you have a much bigger lineup than them, we are suffering to other teams because we keep running out these pipsqueak lineups. And guess what happens when we run, dinosaur era basketball? We actually rebound the ball. It's actually nuts. It's fucking crazy. So what a concept. I would love to see the offensive rebounding that the other team is doing cease to exist because it pisses me off. Nothing makes me madder than when another team has like 3 or 4 possessions in one trip down the court. So yeah, dinosaur era basketball, whatever. But I say we keep on riding it like a stegosaurus.
Yeah, and shout out to like my boy Pads in the comments. Like he made a comment. How many championships did Greg Popovich win with traditional lineup? 5.
Yep.
5 titles with traditional basketball.
If you're old like me, you remember the Twin Towers, David Robinson and Tim
Yep.
Duncan, baby. They used to kick ass.
Like you're
Oh,
talking about
looking at the comments,
and Ralph Sampson.
Looking at the comments, that's funny you said that, Trox. I was about to say shout out Pads. I saw him in there. I didn't even see this whole comment section, but this dude Slayer says Vooch, Smith, Modest, Okoro, and Josh should be a big lineup. That's a beautiful lineup, and that's what I'm saying. Like we have the depth on this team, but it's like Billy doesn't use it. I would like to see that. Josh, you got Giddey at the point. All right. And then you got Okoro there. I think Okoro really is more of a 2-guard anyway. I was just saying it last night. He's not a 3 to me. He's like a Lou Dort, but like more so of a 2. Like he's stocky like Keith Bogans. Put him at the 2, like Slayer says. Modest at the 3. And then you got Smith and Vooch. That's a good lineup.
Yeah.
And
we'll
even,
never see
even when
Donovan.
Coby comes back from injury, like when Josh and Coby are back, like Josh and Coby are the Isaac and Coby are the same size at 6'5", so you still got that big lineup there.
Yes. Yeah, Crow is really small, man. He's smaller than I thought he was.
Yeah.
He's able to use his stature, though. You know, he can get in front of players and slow them down and force them to change their trajectory quite well. I've been quite impressed with him that way. But, you know, he's been very hit and miss offensively. He's turned it on in the last couple of games. But, yeah, he's been a bit of a, and that would be my problem with that 5 that was listed there was, you know, you're losing a lot of the offensive power in Okoro, and that's the only issue I would have with it. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't run that lineup for a bit. Of course you can, you know, especially if you're looking to try and make stops and make transition plays that way.
If it's a good night for Vooch too, he should be able to kind of pick up some offensive slack there. But it has to be a good night for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
by the way, Guilty, you should have been wearing those antlers when we were talking about the Yanis thing. You know, it's more of a deer thing than it is a bull thing, you know?
Yeah, you read my mind. As I put them on, I was going to take them off. I'm like, these are antlers. These are the Bucks. I'm like, 10 minutes too late, but it was too late. But to your point, man, like when you said like we'd be losing offense with Okoro at the 2, again, you know, shout out to my boy Kurtz. If you're watching this in the Bulls HQ Discord, shout out my boy Kurtz. But him and Troy have been talking about it again. Just that Billy is now we don't know everything, but like when you tell a guy like Modest, throw this mid-range shot in the trash, what are we doing? So like when you say we could be losing offense, I see that as like a potential that you could start Okoro at the 2, you put Modest at the 3, and if we're losing offense, you tell Modest, get after it. Like, hey, Modest, we don't have that much offense right now with Coby out. Curl's our fucking starting 2-guard. I want you to go out there and just fucking get after it. Try it all. I feel like, and people say, oh, that's throwing him into the fire. That's bad development. But to me, it's like, how's that bad development? Like, how do you learn what you can do without trying to fucking do it? You're not going to be good immediately. You have to get the reps. And I feel like we limit these guys way too much, man. We have so many options on this team, and like Billy plays scared to me. That's how we're playing. This era of the Bulls, we play like safe. I don't want to fucking see safe. We don't have safe players. Our team like play like experiment, dude.
Yeah, I agree. Now I feel like Billy's actually been better with his rotations this year. I will say that like I don't, you know, I do wish that there's. What's that?
Pads is fucking pissed. I'm sorry, Pads.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, damn.
We might get to that soon, buddy.
Yeah, Pads, we'll get there, bro. Because I think, we're gonna get there. But I wanted to say that Matas, I wish that they were more aggressive with him. It's something I hate that we don't ask him to be more aggressive on offense, because he also doesn't strike me as the kind of kid that ever is at a loss for confidence. Like, he doesn't mind failing. He's gonna be fine. Look at what he got pulled like every 5 seconds last year, and he was fine. Like, he learned from it, but he also didn't. I don't ever feel like I don't know. He doesn't seem like he hurts for confidence ever for me. But Sal, I know that you have some. I think I've seen you trying to pipe up at one point.
Oh, the only thing I was gonna say is, like, you know, everyone, you know, wants to say that it's the dinosaur era of basketball. It's the dinosaur era of basketball. If it's the dinosaur era of basketball and it was so bad, why is every player from nowadays being compared to those players back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the greatest players in history have come from that era. Okay.
Mhm.
That style of play is still alive and well.
Good point, dude.
I remember like I've been watching basketball for 30 years. It was more organized back then. You knew your role. I mean, it sucks to say that you knew your role based on your height, but like you knew your role based on your height. You didn't have to do everything at every position. You had to do your job properly for what you need. You know what I mean? Like Dennis Rodman was an undersized power forward. We'll give you that. But the man rebounded like he was 7'5". You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. You know, Luke Longley was 7'2", being out rebounded by a 6'8", 6'7", however tall Rodman was. But the man utilized his job to the T. His job was to be a body. So the dinosaur era of basketball, I'm sorry, but it yielded a lot better of a product than this organized 5 random people on the court.
It's fair. I mean, I feel like a lot of teams don't run nearly as complex of offenses nowadays. It's mostly a run and gun. I don't know how many actual plays other than a pick and roll you're actually seeing. I know that there's like cuts and everything like that, but I do miss the old. I miss post play more than anything. If we're going to talk about the dinosaur era of basketball, I miss really advanced post games and how people used to be able to play off of that. Like nobody could do what Dirk or KG did back then. Like what they do now. You know, I can't think of one guy that's utilizing a post fadeaway like KG or Dirk. Not even Jokic. I think he's a little big to do that. He's kind of.
If you want to go back even further, like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing.
The dream was amazing.
Now that we've mentioned Hakeem, we know Patty's going to be all tingly.
I will say, like Vooch does have a post game, and that's the one thing that I want to see more of. I wish that we went down to him more often in the post and played out of the post a little more.
It's a simple game.
Especially when we're having trouble. Game. When we're having trouble getting the basket, man, just throw it down there. If he misses, he misses. But I know it's a higher percentage shot than Coby pulling up with a heat check from 5 feet beyond the arc. You know,
dude. And Phil, to that point too. I fucking hate when I see these motherfuckers in the paint underneath the basket. Oh, pass it off for 3. I've seen Vooch have, I don't know what game it was, man. Like, it was recent. Vooch had a small dude on him. That's 2 points. The way I grew up watching basketball, that's 2 points. I'm sorry, Stacey King, he's a soundbite merchant. You know, he said this shit. But a lot of times the dude is right too, man. Like he says some good shit, but then in the gates is saying some dumb shit like Luke Cornett is Robert Horry. So you just got to take it where you can. But he's right, dude. Like a lot of times it's a simple fucking game and we make it so overcomplicated. Throw the fucking ball like Vooch. Steal that goddamn 6'5" guard that's guarding you. Steal his ass. Throw it to Vooch, please. Hook, dunk. I don't know. But then I've seen Vooch get the ball in the paint under the rim. Pass it off for 3, and then we made it, but we might as well miss it because what are we? It'll do. I'm telling you, this team is making me lose my fucking sanity, and now I have to write about them and cover them, so it's even worse. I stopped watching this team for like a good three years, man. Like I said, I didn't get to watch the prime of Michael Jordan and that era, but I came around when D Rose started playing, and then I left after they traded him. Started watching when we had Levine and Zoe and DeMar. And I stopped watching for the past 3 years. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. This team is talented now, but it's like our IQ is so low. I see Brums in the comment. Brums is always like reminding me of that. Like I'm asking for too much from a group of kids who just don't have that good of basketball IQ. And like, that's what hurts to watch too, man. Like they're so talented, but their fucking brains ain't there. But it's like, how am I sitting at home eating fucking McDoubles and you're in the NBA and I could see you should have made a better decision than that. I don't understand. That puzzles me truly.
Yeah, I think
you go back to the sorry, Phil. Go back to the early Jordan era with what did Tex Winter and all those guys like to do with these guys in practice? Basic fundamentals of skill work. They don't do this shit anymore because they don't practice because they're too fucking soft to practice every damn day and they've got to have this load management bullshit.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's another
toughen the hell up. It's like, get back to practicing basic fundamental skills. Like they're going, you see all these players want to do these 10 crossovers before they even jab step once. It's like, just keep it fucking simple.
It's TikTok basketball we're playing now. Everybody's trying to look fucking cute.
It's so
Everybody
funny.
wants to look cute, man.
when I was
And
playing,
like everyone goes about,
man.
yeah, everyone wants to go on about how, well, not everyone, but a lot of people go on about how this is the most skilled era of basketball. No, it's actually not. Because the rules these days dictate that the offense is actually allowed to do a shitload more than what they could
That's
do
true.
in the past,
That's
because the defense was actually allowed to play fucking defense.
true. Think about these guys
Yeah,
in the
but-
past, Troy. These guys, if they had to play the 90s defense, oh my God, like SGA. They would fucking take SGA like Bane with Batman and break him over their knee, dude.
Yeah.
These dudes go into the paint
love
looking
that.
for fouls, man. Like they go up and they're like, they get smacked on the arm, like, ref, you didn't call it.
Dude, the crying
In the
fucking
90s,
drives me nuts. Oh
yeah,
my
the way I grew up
God.
playing
Yeah.
basketball, dude, I grew up where D Rose is from, dude. Like, you don't call fouls. Like, if you call the foul, we think that you're soft. Like, you can't hang out with us anymore because you called the foul. You can get punched in the nose. You better not call that foul. Now, these kids, I feel like everyone's just looking for a fucking foul. And then they don't get back on defense either. Because they're too busy looking for the refs to, like, play basketball for them. God damn it.
Blood no
See,
foul.
this problem comes from the very, very top, though. I mean, Adam Silver has literally come out and said it is a highlight driven league.
You're right.
Now, when the absolute top of the tier comes out and says that, what are you going to expect the players to do at the lower levels? They're all going to start looking for those highlight plays, and that's
Good
it.
point.
Because they want that fame. They want to make that name for themselves.
What were some of the best highlights out of the 90s?
Physicality.
Sean Kemp dunking on
defensive
Alton
plays.
Lister.
Defense, and people fucking running up on each other.
Like one of my favorite highlights from the 90s was LaFonso Ellis snatch block.
I don't
Like,
even know who that
anyone
is.
remembers
Right.
that?
Yeah. The
That was
little
one
hook
of my-
catch. Yep.
Yeah, he just gets up. Thank you, that's mine. Looking around. What the
Yep.
fuck are y'all doing? Let's go.
When they cared about defense, dude. They took
Yeah.
pride in it, man.
Or Alonzo Mourning turning
oh,
defense
okay.
into offense with his block shots, but sending the ball halfway down the court for a transition offense, you know?
Oh, shit. I see them shades, Phil.
Yeah, it's for all the crybaby ass bitches in the NBA. I swear
Let's
to God,
go,
man.
bro.
That's where David Stern will be rolling in his grave.
It fucking drives me crazy. Like I live stream for a lot of these games, and I feel bad for the viewers the last couple of games because I'm starting to get on my old man shit. Because after every fucking play, you know, VJ Edgecombe, holy fuck, man, shut up.
Oh, he's a crybaby?
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't really like to blame the
think he'd
young
be
guys
like that.
because they're taking it from all the people that they're
Yeah,
playing
they
with.
grow up watching it. Yeah, they grow up watching that shit, dude. Like they say, like they're probably teaching these kids to do that. That's how you make yourself like have rapport with the ref. But one thing I want to say is Rob Antol, shout out Rob, you having some really good comments in here. He said once Vooch is gone, the defense will improve over time with a more mobile C in place, like a Collins type or better. No, facts. Like, and I think I had to grow to love Vooch because like 3 years ago, I hated Vooch. I hated Vooch. Like, I think he's a good player, but I hated him on my fucking team because I grew up watching Joakim Noah, dude. So like, I can't watch my center look at the fucking shot go up right next to his head, and not try to block it. And like, that's all Vooch does. But like, as I've matured, I've come to see that Vooch is a very good basketball player, but we have him on the wrong team. This team is not good enough for Vooch to shine. He needs to go somewhere where they can cover him defensively. And what Rob said, I think once we get somebody in Vooch's spot, like he said, even when Collins and we saw when Jalen Smith and the double bigs became a whole thing, Jalen Smith and Collins were getting after it. And the team looks so different in those minutes, you know? Like, so what happens if we get to do like a Nicholas Claxton or a Walker Kessler at the fucking center? Like, imagine Giddey with a legitimate rim running five. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Vooch can't
We'd have Lob City in Chicago.
These players can't keep up with Giddey, dude. Giddey's throwing fucking dimes all game. Like, Giddey would have like 20 fucking assists a game if we actually built the fucking team. But I think we're going to start. So that's why I'm giving AK this patience bullshit. Because listen, brother, all right, fuck it. We got Giddey now. You locked him in. So now, motherfucker, the time is now. Like, start fucking building a team around him. Like, all these passes Giddey throws, and these motherfuckers just brick everything. The motherfucker, and he still has like 15 assists.
Yeah, it's
Two
true.
times you've seen me say that Giddey would have had X amount of assists by now if all these open shots, not just shots, open shots, were half of them were made. Like, man. Like, was it Hayes's? I don't know what the percentage is this year, but like, I remember like going back to last year, Hayes brought up a stat where Josh was in the 98th percentile of creating wide open shots for teammates.
That's what it was.
Oh wow! What did you say? The 90 what percentile?
98th percentile.
That's fucking insane, dude. And that was last year.
Yeah, but you
And
need your
people
players to hit those shots, man. They've got to knock them down.
And people want to say that. And people want to say that Trey Jones is a better traditional point guard than Josh Giddey. Get the fuck out.
No, he's not, man. Hey, you know what? I don't want to say his name because I know how you guys feel about him, but we know who we're talking about. I have to.
I wasn't even referring to him.
Shout out the old fucking Kelder, man. Like, but there's more than just him that thinks like that. Like, Trey Jones is great at what he does. He's an epitome of your backup point guard. He's like the ultimate stabilizing force. But you can't fucking sit there and tell me you'd rather have Trey Jones starting for your team instead of Josh 6'8" rebounding hound ass Giddey. What are we talking about?
I mean,
dumb shit.
High off your ass.
It is dumb shit.
Dumb shit, dude. But like this team, we need to build this team. We have a team. We have one of the best passing point guards. Like one of the last few. I feel like because Kelder's always saying that Giddey's not a point guard. Giddey is actually like a fucking Jason Kidd, one of the like a rare breed where he is a pure point guard.
Yes, I love
Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, like he's Jason Williams.
White chocolate.
He's throwing fucking man. Like he's throwing dimes, dude. He's some fucking Vegemite out here, dude. You know, he's a new Vegemite of the team.
You're making me hungry.
Good, dog. I'm hungry for some wins. And this fucking team can't make shots. You got Giddey throwing you dimes and everybody's just bricking. Or Trey Jones won't shoot. Trey Jones is shooting like he's fucking like his shoulder's broken. Like, don't tell me that guy's better than Giddey from my starting point guard. We got to pass or Coro, or we got to hope he shoots, or Pat Williams, or we got to hope he doesn't step out of bounds. Like, what are we fucking talking
Oh my God,
about,
he loves
man?
to do that shit. He loves to stand on the corner and then
he wants to be a fan for real. I think he's showing us through his play. He's telling us, and he's crying out for help. He's saying, how many times do I got to step on the fucking out of bounds line for you guys to see? I just want to be in the sidelines. Get me out of the NBA. I just want to watch the game.
My mother's flower shop.
Yeah,
he needs to wear smaller shoes.
He was he's a good dude. I just don't think that, I think it's not his fault that we drafted him at number 4. He didn't ask for that. He was the sixth man on his fucking college team.
Exactly. I spoke about this recently. I'm not sure whether it was a Bulls Without Borders or a Sea Edge UK, but I definitely spoke about this, that P. Will was a bench player coming into the draft. What the fuck else did you expect from him?
But it's
he is a bench player.
But
do you know?
Measurables. He jumps high.
Holy shit, those shades are crazy. Every time I look away for like 2 seconds and come back, and there's some wild shit going on in Phil's camera.
Hey, I love the conversation. This is great conversation.
But no, you're right, Neil, man. He's a fucking bench warmer, dude. Like, and that's not his fault. Like,
no, it's not.
He should have got drafted in the late first round or in the second. If P. Will was a second round pick, we'd have no problems with it.
Oh no,
he'd be referred to as a steal.
Yes, because that's what he is. He's a second rounder. It's fucking AK. It's AK, dude. Don't even get me. I won't get started on AK.
The one thing I'll say is, like, I do wish we could move on. I know that we paid his ass, and we should dog AK for that. But like, I also think
paid his ass.
Yes, big time. But the only thing is that we keep lingering on that, and like, as a fandom, I kind of want to move past it. He's barely even getting minutes now. Like this, like, I get it. We should still dock him for that, but like, there's other things that are happening after P. Will. Like, I'm more concerned with like seeing what we can get out of Julian Phillips eventually, versus like continuing to linger on fucking Patrick Williams. Like that,
you think he has any trade value, Phil?
Pat?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I mean, no. Look, if there's a GM out
there,
stocking
filler at best.
If someone out there really thinks that they can get the most out of him, like, why would they think that? Why would they think that?
Because this Bulls team, I will say, man, like, call me. I don't even think it's optimistic. I don't think P. Will is a bad player. He's just on a fucking shitty team. Like, our team, we have a bunch of role players on this team. So I think P. Will could go to a different team and do a lot better. We see it constantly with guys who are more talented than him. Like Laurie. Look at Laurie. Laurie is fucking grade A exhibition of us constantly having players and not knowing how to use them appropriately. So they look worse here. then they go somewhere else where they know how to get used appropriately, then they fucking shine. I think, like we were talking about in the Discord today, some dude, shout out Mooch, he brought up the fact that at one, oh no, it was Vince. Vince brought up, because we were all saying that P. Will is ass, but he was saying that, hey, hindsight is 2020. But OKC wanted P. Will a couple of years ago when he got that extension from us, and the Wizards wanted P. Will. That was Kurtz, and it's just so like you get these teams who, if they got P. Will, he probably looked better there. But because he's fucking here in the way that we do things, he's pure ass. Like he's pure ass. I think P. Will could have been so much better than what he is, and it's not all on. It's on him too. But I think like he's the guy that you got to kind of step in and like tell him what to do for him to succeed. Like Modest, you could let Modest run free. Like me and Troy will tell you that all day. Let Modest fucking go, please. Like that kid knows what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
P. Will is a guy that you need to fucking coach hard and like tell him throw that shit in the trash. Throw that fucking stepping out of sideline, stepping on out of bounds line. Throw that shit in the trash, P. Will. Going to the motherfucking to the paint and then passing the ball out of the paint under the rim. Throw that shit in the trash. Dunk that shit, P. Will. How many times do we see P. Will just pass it so fast?
Well, if he dunks it, he's just gonna bounce it off the rim. That's the only thing.
Damn, he was close. He was close the other night, though.
Damn, man. You see, what are we talking about? We said he was close. Oh,
I will say, if we're talking about throwing shit in the trash, can we please tell Coby White to stop fucking going up in the air before he knows what he's doing with the basketball?
Oh, yeah, so bad.
Yes.
So
Holy
bad.
goddamn shit! I have an aneurysm every time he does it. It drives me absolutely nuts.
As a resident Australian, I'm going to say that about Josh Giddey as well.
Thank you, Troy.
But Josh doesn't do it as much. He used to when he first came to the Bulls.
Hey, that's why Troy's a real one. Troy is it's Phil and Troy who are the fucking two biggest Giddey supporters I've ever seen. Like, and Six. If you guys shout out Six, he's not watching this, but Six literally went to war on my Discord last year with about 10 fucking other people defending Josh Giddey. It was insane. Like, it was insane. It was like we called it the Great Giddey War. But Troy is like the biggest Giddey supporter. But I respect Troy because when Giddey fucks up, Troy will say, "Hey, Gids, what the fuck are you doing there? Or you got to do this better." Whereas you have people who have their biases and they won't give Giddey the fucking credit. We don't got to say their names, but I hate motherfuckers like that. Like, Giddey's a great basketball player, but you get guys who see every flaw of his and none of his strengths. You know, so like, but Giddey with that, he does the same shit, Troy. You're right.
He does. He turns it over too much. He had like 4 turnovers in the first half of the first quarter.
The fucking spin move. He's spamming that. Yeah. He's like a kid that just got a new toy. So he's playing with that new toy over and over. Yeah, he keeps pulling that spin move. Like, I feel like defenses already see it coming before he even does it at this point.
It's like he sees the lane is there, and the defense knows he's going to do it. He sees it's there and goes, "All right, I'm in it," but they read it and
yeah. Well, the thing is, he was doing that floater as well last season, and he seems to have dropped that in favor of this spin move. So maybe he'll drop the spin move and come up with a new thing to play with at some point. But right, exactly. But I don't know. If you used it less often, it would be much more effective than it is using it every second or third possession.
Yeah,
I want to spring this one on you guys, and I'm gonna ask you first, Sal. I would like to know, like, what do you think of Kevin Huerter's play this season so far?
I love it. Whoa, love. I like it.
What's there? I mean, where there is room to comment negatively on it. I mean, the man does it all. I mean, what can you say? He hits the outside shot. He's got that little driving. I mean, he's doing stuff that I wasn't expecting him to do, because like a lot of people want to compare him to like a Korver style of play where, they thought he was just a spot up 3 shooter, off the dribble 3-point shooter, but then he puts the ball on the floor and takes it to the cup. Something that, we just talked about how we hate everyone standing on the 3-point arc. This man puts the ball on the floor and takes it up, and he usually makes it. How many turnaround fades has he taken right under the cup that have gone in, drawn fouls? Like, I love Kevin Huerter, but the only thing that's kind of got me scratching my head and worrying a little bit is this man is on a contract year, and he's going to need some money. And are we going to pay him what he wants to make?
Oh, is Huerter on a Huerter?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Oh,
I didn't know that. Is it 6 players on contract years? Is that correct? Am I not right in saying 6?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Yeah. I know Huerter, Kobe, Io, Vooch.
Yeah, Carter.
Terry Carter.
Yeah,
That's sick.
that's your 6.
We could have a whole different team come next year.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
to your point, Sal, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like when you said, it's funny you said like people would look at him as like a Kyle Korver. So I remember seeing him when he was on the Hawks, and we play him when he was on the Hawks, and like he would just torch us, or like he would fucking not see him on the highlight reel dunking on people. It caught me off guard, but I always saw him as like a sharpshooter that had some athleticism. And then when he came here, it's been a pleasant surprise, even though the shot's not dropping, but he's such a Swiss Army knife kind of player. Like he plays the kind of role I thought Okoro was going to play on offense, like being all over the court, like a swing man. Kevin Hurt is a fucking swing man I didn't see coming. He's a legitimate 3 right now. And I love that from him. Like that's so much production out of that role that I was not anticipating that at all. I think he definitely raised his trade value here for sure.
for sure.
But is that a guy you bring back though?
See,
Well,
I think I bring him back. Go ahead.
I'd love to see him come back because, like, the thing that I was looking forward to when we signed Herter was his 3-point shooting, right? And to be honest with you, out of everything I've seen from Herter, that's probably the thing that's disappointed me the most about him. But everything else about his game that I didn't realize was a part of his game has been really, really interesting and exciting to watch. He is a hustle player. He gets stuck in. He has a bit of a dog in him too. And I like that about him. You know, I really do. And he's impressed me in every single way except for his 3-point shooting, which is what I was looking forward to seeing.
and it's not down super big. I mean, he's a career 37% shooter. He's shooting 33 right now. Obviously, there's going to be room for as the season goes on. I anticipate that shot to fall a little better, but I'd also like to see him rely a little less on his 3 and maybe get some easy buckets instead of settling for a 3. You know, a lot of times we have an easy bucket. Again, another thing we said earlier, we have an easy bucket, but the Bulls, for whatever reason, think that the 3-point shot is the only one that counts, you know.
Billy Donovan. Troy talked about this the other day. Fucking Billy Donovan.
That's an NBA problem, though, isn't it? I mean,
It is
analytics have kind of fucking killed. They've made everybody think that you have to shoot the 3 as much as possible, and I don't like. I don't believe in that either. I feel like
it's nasty hoops, Phil.
Yeah,
it is
fucking nasty hoops, man.
And if Matt Hearn was here right now, he'd be saying it's all Steph Curry's fault.
See, but I love Curry. It's not his fault that everybody's trying to take his game. That was his
But
game.
that's it. You see, he can do it, and everybody else is just trying to keep up.
Exactly.
Yeah. The fucked up part is that Steph Curry is not just shooting 3s and getting to the basket. He's shooting mid-range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings me to my point of where Billy Donovan pisses me off with telling Martis Buzelis,
thank you,
to take that shit and throw it in the trash. Fuck off.
Tell him, Troy. Thank you, Troy. I'm gonna let Troy say it because I feel like I'm a broken record. I'm always going so hard about that. I feel like a fucking like the angry dad. But like, thank you, Troy. Tell him. Thank you.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, seriously, old man yelling at clouds.
Campaign for it.
But when you understand that you've got the players have got to like, okay, a player developing like Martis Buzelis, he's got to be smart in what shots he takes. I completely understand that. But telling a player to take an aspect out of his game and throw it in the trash is absolute bullshit. Like, you should be teaching him, okay, that particular shot wasn't the smartest shot attempt to take. Maybe read the defense a little bit better. Maybe in this you take that mid-range shot in this situation, but telling him to take the mid-range out of his game whatsoever. We've seen him take, well, me, I've taken note of it anyway. We've seen him take one mid-range shot since Martis made that comment on that podcast.
Yes.
That's what Billy has told him to do. He's taken one mid-range shot and he drilled it.
He made it, yeah.
So bad. That's
like, why are you
malpractice.
Exactly. Why are you telling a young player to remove an aspect out of his game? You should be trying to grow and develop it.
And I think I saw Brum say in the chat earlier, to your point, Troy, is that it seems that Billy lets the vets do whatever they want to do. If you're a fucking good coach, my man, he should know this as a college coach Hall of Famer. You tell Vooch to throw his shit in the trash because we know who Vooch is. I don't think you should limit anybody ever. But if you're gonna limit someone, you limit someone who's been in the league for 10 years already. You fucking tell the young guy who's in his second year, who, if you guys watch behind the scenes of the Bulls team, they asked Joakim Noah, one of the most fired up Bulls of all time, if he asked them, is there anybody on this team that you guys think like that you have to like try to kick him out of the gym or like keep like kind of tone him down? And everyone said Modest because Modest is fired up and he wants to grow. You don't tell a fucking player who's fired up and wants to grow and get better for your team, you don't limit that guy. You let him go. You tell Booch to throw his shit in the trash. You don't tell Modest, dude, to throw anything in the trash.
Where was that with DeRozan when he was like not passing the ball for the fucking entire fucking shot clock?
Yeah. He won't say shit to his best.
Dribble, pump it.
So bad, man.
I love DeMar, but that shit used to drive me crazy at times.
Yeah,
as it should, because it's fucking egregious basketball.
We didn't have an offense. Our offense was like, who's going to isolate this time between Levine and DeRozan? Take turns. But
that was so bad, man.
It was, and that's in the past. But I agree with you guys. Like, the one thing that you should be encouraging Matas to like expand that part of his game, especially because I think that'll help him improve his handle. And that's one thing I want to see Matas like tighten up a little bit. His handle's been a little loose at times. And we talked about that last week on our show. And I really would like to see him, especially late in games when teams choke up on him. He seems to really struggle a little bit. And I feel like, you're only going to get better at that through practice, especially in game situation.
It's only going to make Martis a more versatile scorer.
Yeah,
it's common sense shit, man.
Like one thing I used to say to my boys when I was teaching them basketball is that you needed to be able to score from every spot on the court. Now, obviously, you got your range of where you should be limited to, especially as kids. Like so that there's a bit of a difference there. But especially as they got into under 14s, under 16 level, it's like you guys need to be able to shoot the 3-point shot at a somewhat consistent basis. You need to be able to shoot in the mid-range. You need to be able to attack the basket because the defense are going to be guessing where the hell you're going to try and score from. And as a result, those boys became, at their age groups, at Division 1 level, the best scorers at their age groups.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
I remember those boys, man.
No one knew how to guard them.
You bring those kids up.
Appreciate it, man. Watching those boys grow was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, you're right, man. It's how do you but I guess it points to like what people said about Billy Donovan, because I was always scared with Billy because when we got Billy, guys, like I had the tweets bookmarked from whatever the fuck that was. But when he left OKC, because I was excited to get anybody except Jim Boylan. All right. And I had heard that Billy Donovan was a good coach. But then when he came here, I went to like OKC's fan base and like their Twitter. All the OKC fans were happy as hell. And they were saying, thank God, get him out of here. He's a fucking player. Like he's a talent merchant. So the OKC fans were saying, like, how the hell did we never win a championship when we had Russ, KD, and Harden in their prime? Like, not in their primes, but like, you know what I mean? So that worried me. And I was like, okay, well, that's like an ex-girlfriend talking bad about it. I'm not gonna listen to that. Maybe he's gonna come here and do better. So like, and Billy's not horrible. I don't want to like harp on Billy, but it's just those flaws that I heard about him from OKC fans themselves. They show here where we talk about like you don't hold the vets accountable, but you want to fucking act tough and coach the young players hard. And like Troy talked about and Phil talked about, it was Phil, because Phil, you said like Modest doesn't strike you as a guy who has his confidence wavered. And for me, I felt like after we saw that clip come out, when he said, like, when he talked with Ayo and Giddey and he said that Billy told him to put that shot in the trash, Modest didn't look as confident for a while. You know, but like that did fuck with Modest's confidence. Like looking over your shoulder constantly, thinking that if you take the wrong shot or if you miss a shot, you're gonna go to the bench. People could say it's good hard coaching, but there's a level, there's a line where it's hard coaching and it's scared coaching. And we're trying to develop these fucking kids. We're not competing for a championship, dude. Let them develop.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the quick hook.
No, man. Like, how you gonna do a quick hook? They're gonna be scared to play. Basketball is a game of like high feel. Modest strikes me as a guy that has high feel. You know, like Pat doesn't have a good feel for the game, unfortunately. Modest does. And so you
Right, he
can't
does.
tell a player that has a good feel for the game. You got to let him feel it and learn by like trial and error. You can't just tell him that's not a good shot because Billy Donovan, when I was playing basketball, I wouldn't have shot that shot. Modest is
When he was
6'10"
playing
and
dinosaur
a fucking
basketball.
dog. Thank
I
you.
love that
Hey,
voice.
well, that's how Billy. I imagine that's how. Well, Billy kind of does sound like that, but he's like, I tell these guys all the time, like chewing his fucking gum. It's like, Billy, I hear you, but like you're not modest. You can't put. You got to put yourself in modest shoes. He's a 6'10" fucking forward with he's got good ball handling skills. Like, let him go, dude.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm ranting.
So
I'm ranting.
no, you're okay, man. I love it. This has been an awesome discussion. So we have three questions that I noticed in the chat. I'll take off my Billy Donovan glasses now. I wanted to hit these real quick. Everyone will all give an answer, but I guess try not to. Don't want to keep everybody too long. We do have a game here in 57 minutes. So first one from Slayer here. Billy? Okay, wait. We kind of talked about. Will he start to double big again, or we need that rebounding that Josh usually brings? I guess so. Slayer is asking if we're going to start it again, and I'll just start real quick by saying that I don't think he's going to. And I'll let you guys expand on why you do or don't feel that way. Sal, we can start with you.
I'm going to be the first to say no. I don't see it happening. We're too short at what he calls the big right now. I mean, with Zach Collins being hurt, I mean, I don't see it happening. We're limited on sides. We're already showing that we've lost confidence in Patrick Williams and Julian Phillips. So I say we're too undersized for them to start that double. As much as I'd love to start that, and I hate saying double big because it should just be called a regular ass lineup. But do I see it happening? Nah, I don't think we have the room for it. I don't think. And honestly, even if I was Billy, I wouldn't do it. I would try to conserve my size. We need bench, so.
But you've got P. Will to play at the 5, right?
Yeah.
What was my life?
What was that guy from Indiana? What was that guy from Indiana we had that he was playing center and he was like 6'7"?
Oh, fuck.
You know what I'm talking about?
Corey,
Indiana.
I almost said
I've got kids.
Taylor, they're fucking punter for the Bears. What was his name?
Justin
I know
Taylor?
what you're talking about, Sal.
Or Tory Taylor?
No, that's is it Tory Taylor? That's the point.
Tory Taylor's the punter for the Bears.
Yeah, he's the punter for the Bears.
Terry Taylor.
Terry Taylor.
Who's currently in Australia playing for the Brisbane Bullets with Javon Freeman Liberty.
Is he playing center, though?
Look at that. Good question, Sal. And look, immediately Troy says no. Because even the NBL, like the NBL knows it shouldn't be even called traditional. It's just basketball. That's what you said the other day, Troy. Basketball will always be basketball, dude. All these fucking gimmicks, these trends that people get into, fuck what the other team is doing. Like, stick to basketball. When you have a team, it's about what your team can do. We have the players to run double bigs. Motherfucker, that's just called using your size. For a team that gets constantly beat up in the paint and constantly gets out-rebounded, how we shouldn't be seeing double bigs. Get our fucking big guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. All right, we'll go to. I think we're on agreement on that one. Would you guys trade Vooch in a 2028 second for Kuminga?
Yep.
Yeah.
Off the rip, 100%.
I think that's a universal yes. We're going around the horn there. Y'all want the Bulls to make the playoffs or get a good draft pick?
We've got to know.
Wait.
Troy is saying no.
No?
Troy? I'm shocked.
Troy, give your reasoning.
I don't know. I'm not sold on Kuminga, and at this, I'd almost rather just let Vooch expire.
Oh my God, Brums too.
Die? I'm just kidding. I get it.
I'm not sold on Kuminga at all. Like, he's
For Vooch?
If it gets Vooch off my basketball team, I mean,
I don't know. I just rather, I don't know. Just something about it just makes me go, I'd rather just let Vooch expire.
this might get Ulbrich on the court, dude. I'm trying.
Yeah, he was gonna play tonight. They said he's out for tonight. He was gonna get a chance. Okay, I'm sorry to change. I'm not gonna try to change the top, but it reminds me, like, how bad does this suck that Noah Asinga is out for the season? Because with all these injuries, he for sure will be playing right now.
He would be getting minutes now.
Yes, fucking Billy, dude. It takes fucking
Absolutely.
a shit ton of injuries.
Yeah, it's a bummer, and I still have a lot of hope for him. By the way, like he's
Oh,
only
yeah.
18. I think he's caught a lot of unnecessary flack for the Derek Queen conversation, and
That's not his fault. Yeah.
no, not at all. And yeah, we talked about it on the show, but yeah, frankly, I was a Maluach guy personally, but that's neither
Oh,
here nor
really?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have liked Maluach.
I think
How's he doing?
he's not getting any playing time. He's getting very spotty minutes over there in Phoenix behind Mark Williams.
He's mostly playing in the G League, I think.
Really? Well, he's developing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like what I do know is that he got in the gym because the dude looked like he was swollen than shit before the season started.
Swole watch.
Holy fuck! The guy like he lifted one weight and like literally he was like SpongeBob, muscle Bob buff man. You know, when he's like
with the blow up arms.
yes, like that's. I'm like, dude, what happened to you? But it's a good thing, I guess.
Like
not
Quagmire
for
after
me.
he's been watching too much internet porn.
Have
you not-
what'd you say? Hold on, I missed that.
Like, it looks like Kamal Malawach's arms look like Quagmire from Family Guy after he's been watching too much internet porn.
Yes.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Giggity odds.
Yeah.
What's that one big arm and one small arm, is it?
Yeah, but it's two big arms.
Oh
He
my
said, no, I've just been
God.
signing a lot of autographs. Sure.
99 switch
Yeah, right.
hands.
Sure.
Chicago man's tripping in the comments, man. You said I look like SpongeBob. Okay.
What the fuck? Hey, man, Chicago man. Hey,
No,
hey,
he's
cuz.
cool. He's usually in my comments. He's always he's
No, I'm
cool.
kidding, but you look like fucking SpongeBob. What the hell? That's a crazy analysis.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you say I'm square. I guess I'm square. Whatever. You guys want the Bulls to make the playoffs or get a good draft pick?
Oh, give me a good draft pick.
I'm gonna piss a lot of people off when I say that.
Playoffs.
Make-
You want playoffs?
Make the playoff. Here's the thing, man. I'm somebody who everyone on Twitter right now is on the Toyota Tankathon for the Bulls. And here's the thing, man. I don't like wasting years. What's the point of tanking just to draft a Dalen Terry, just to draft a P. Wills, man? I want to see the Bulls go for it every year. Now, as much as I want to make the playoffs, I do want AJ DeBansa because I've been following that kid, since
Caleb
pretty
Wilson?
much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you a Boozer, Cam Boozer guy?
No, hell no. I want Caleb Wilson, but I don't see the guys that I want being there for us. So, like, I like this dude Thomas Hall,
Exactly.
or Thomas Hulk. I think is how you say his name. But we need a good forward or a good big man.
Yes. Yeah. And here's the thing. We're not guaranteed one of those spots. You know what I mean? So
No.
I'd rather see a team go out there and put on a quality product, try to win all 82 games. I know it's not possible, but just go out there and by the end of the game, it's like, all right, we did everything we could to win this game. It just wasn't our day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm never gonna say I'd rather get a better draft, a potential better draft, because no one's guaranteeing a good draft pick. If they
Right.
said you're guaranteed the fifth
lottery.
spot, yeah, it's just lottery. Like again, that could be Patrick Williams, that could be Dalen Terry. I mean, some of our better picks have come in the late rounds. I mean, so what does it even matter?
And that's the
Yeah.
problem too, Sal. Like a lot of people say, like shout out to Mike Walton from Bulls Roundtable, Bulls Confidential, but he always says, like, yeah, we can get a good pick, but do we trust AK with these fucking
That's
picks?
That too.
what I was
That
going to
too.
say. That's
God
the problem.
damn it. He scares me, man. He's scary. He's a fucking supervillain.
Hey, I actually did a bit of that on my podcast. I put him as a supervillain. I did like
See,
superheroes
Neil?
and
Hey,
supervillains.
we
You see,
locked in, Neil. We locked in.
but
Good
the
episode. Go watch
problem
it.
with AK, you've not just got the problem of okay, look, unless you get the 1 or 2 pick, sometimes a 3 pick, it's no guarantee that you're getting yourself a serious talent, and even then, it's not an absolute guarantee. But the big question is, can you trust AK enough to pick the right guy? Because we've seen him make these mistakes. He technically, if you look back on it, he makes better decisions, like Sal was saying there, in the later back half of the draft than he does in the earlier part of the draft. So I'd be concerned that he's not going to make those correct decisions. So for me, I actually think with a young team and the talent that we have on this team right now, I'd rather see them get playoff experience than see AK fuck up another pick.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'm not a person who can sit by and just watch my team deliberately lose games. I hate the whole tank. It doesn't guarantee you shit. Like it's a lottery for a reason. Now, would I absolutely love the chance to be able to draft our guy from UNC, Caleb Wilson? Absolutely.
Troy, imagine it now. Shout out Kurtz again, because Kurtz put me on a Caleb Wilson. But Troy, imagine having Caleb Wilson's nasty ass on this team. Oh fuck, we need it, dude. This team needs dogs. It needs competitors. Caleb Wilson is the competitor of the draft. And him and Brums' guy, Quintance, Jaden Quintance. I don't fucking know his first name, but Caleb Wilson.
But then there's another guy from North Carolina, which Patty's already mentioned in the comments, Henry Vassar, the center from North Carolina as well. But he's going to be more of a like potentially late lottery pick, maybe early and maybe just after the lottery. I'm not sure where his draft stock is at the moment, but he's a big guy to potentially watch as well.
You think AK would take him, Troy? Because like we look at how he took fucking Dalen Terry over Walker Kessler. I remember seeing Hayes during that draft say that, the Bulls need Walker Kessler like over and over. And like I started watching him, I was like, oh damn, Kessler would be nice. And then a lot of the fan base wanted Walker Kessler. And then we get fucking Dalen Terry. And once again, I'm not trying to shut on these players because they're good players, but you got to think about who's good for your team. We need a good big man, and you go fucking pick Dalen Terry when Walker Kessler's right there. You take fucking Noah Esinghe when Billy himself wanted Dairy Queen. Fuck me. Billy wanted Dairy Queen. It does. But Billy said he wanted Dairy Queen, and then AK takes Noah. Do we trust this man, dude?
So go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I remember when the Dalen Terry draft pick happened. Like, I was at work, I was on a quick break because I knew that the Bulls draft pick was coming up, and then it comes up. Okay, Bulls are on the clock, waiting. Bulls select Dalen Terry, and my first reaction was, "Who the fuck is that?"
That was me with Patrick Williams. We had Tyree Halliburton. I wanted Sadiq Bey. This motherfucker I'm like, who the hell is Patrick Williams? So then I go watch him, and then I see Devin Vassell. I'm like, why didn't we take Devin Vassell then? He was the starter. Oh God, I'm scared.
That would have been lit only because at the time I was in basic training when that draft happened, and I actually was in. His cousin was in our basic training unit.
Who?
Same last name, Devin Vassell or whatever.
Oh, Vassell, damn.
Yeah. His cousin was same last name, and I was like, well, I believe you. I don't know why I wouldn't believe you. So pretty wild, but
that is wild.
So I was definitely pissed off at him for the Dalen Terry pick. The only thing about the Dairy Queen conversation to me is that I've seen a lot of analysts saying before the draft that he was a Zach Randolph type of player, and not that he isn't awesome, but the team that we were trying to build was fast paced. So like I understood why we didn't go with Dairy Queen. To be fair, I feel like Dairy Queen is outplayed or has even been. It's been different to what his pre-draft comparison was. I feel like he's been much better than people thought he would be. So, and it is up to a GM to make that choice. So, at the end of the day, it all depends on how Noah Esinghe pans out because he's also still only 18. He could grow another couple of inches. Like,
Noah could play the 3 to 5. I think.
Yeah. So if he pans out and he ends up being a defensive lockdown Scottie Pippen type of player, like they say he could be at his ceiling, then. We won't regret that pick. So we'll see. I'd like to give that time, but overall, I'm good with getting a good draft pick. But like Troy said, I don't want to manufacture losses to get there. I'm good with losing if we're not good enough to win. If we just lose, we lose. But like to say like, well, Matas is healthy tonight, but we want to get a good draft pick, so sit his ass down. I'm not okay with that. Like if we lose because we're not good, fair. And if that's how you want to be, then sure, I guess you trade guys for draft capital and you suck. That's the way to me to tank. But like if we're going to, purposely start sitting guys down or like, you see some teams like sitting guys in the fourth quarter in the clutch. I don't love that. I think you do need to promote that you're trying to win to these young kids, even if, you don't want the losing culture to seep into them like it did with Zach. Like I feel like with Zach got real used to losing, and I don't want to see that happen to the kids. So, That's my only thing. I think there is something about playoff experience that is beneficial. But at the same time, fuck, man, every team that's been tanking has not been getting the top pick. Dallas got the top pick last year out of the play-in.
And they were in the Western Conference Finals the year before.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So, I just don't, I'm not a big tanking guy. I think it's bad for the sport. It's really sitting guys when they're ready to go that really pisses me off, because that's when guys, fans aren't going to come back to a game that they bought tickets to go see their favorite player. He's sitting down for no reason. All right, well then fuck this. I'm never coming back. That's where I get like, okay, I'm curious to see where Adam Silver takes all the anti-tanking conversation going forward.
That's the interesting thing as well for teams that are tanking kind of this season and going into next season, if that is what they're actively doing. We know for a fact that Adam Silver and the league are trying to do something to prevent tanking or to make it less favorable to tank. So we don't know exactly what they'll come up with. And if it is something that is successful, you could end up with not only a losing culture, a losing team, but you could also end up in a position where you don't get a decent pick anywhere near the top end, depending on what way they go with it. And you could end up screwed for potentially a decade to come.
Yeah, you see a lot of these teams as well that deliberately tank for years on end. Like some of these teams get successful, like Detroit. They're up and about now, but a lot of these are a lot of these teams are exceptions to the rule. They're not the rule, because like you look at Charlotte, Brooklyn, like Utah, like these teams have been tanking deliberately. Washington, like they've been deliberately tanking for years and they never get anywhere. Like the only time Brooklyn got anywhere is because they were, for some God knows what reason, able to sign Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Like that's all that was. They're not a franchise that's been able to go to the bottom and develop their way up. But I'm looking at Tankathon at the moment. Like Indiana has the worst record in the league purely because they lost Tyrese Halliburton to an Achilles injury.
Yeah.
That's luck. So they're a perfect situation for one of those young guys to go to, because they're going to get healthy and then all of a sudden they're actually going to be pretty good. Like that's the kind of situation. Like, okay, I like that. You also have to be careful if you purposely, hollow out your team to lose, because if that star player comes there and you just suck for 4 years, are they going to want to re-sign with you? Like, no. It's going to be pretty miserable for them. So I think you just have to really strike a balance between, we'd like a good draft pick, but also we want the draft pick to actually enjoy their time here. We don't want them to be absolutely miserable. So that's my only thing, and I get it. I get the people that want a big time talent. I totally understand it. But at the same time, if we're getting mad at wins, I think that's when we're missing the
nuance.
Yes. Like, what's the point of what we're doing here, right? They're out there competing, being competitors. We want them to want to win. So we're getting pissed off if they win. Also, I could get run over by a bus next offseason, so I don't really want to go through a terrible season if I don't have to. Just saying.
I'll never support that. I'll never support people that want you to lose games. Like that shit is stupid as hell. Like I said, I want to see my team, because I don't think we're talented enough to like actually compete. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Use this time to develop your players. Instead of, I hate, like, once again, Kelder. That meme where it says like the worst person made a good point. He's always doing that. Like he'll say, I don't want to see us winning games because Vooch is winning us the game. So it's like, I feel that where it's like, you want to see us winning games because you're letting Modest go out there and go through the fire. You're getting experimental lineups out there where our guys are developing. And if we're losing games while they're developing, that reminds me of the Detroit Pistons from last year. They were losing games, but their young players were getting out there and learning through the fire, and they're still hustling. They're trying their hardest, but just losing games because they weren't talented enough. I don't ever want to see a fucking team that's going out there or a fan base that's upset because you're winning fucking games. That's just
crazy.
Fucking stupid.
That's crazy.
That's stupid. Also,
thank you for
shout out to Sherry Vanderhayden, and that's
my mother.
PCV's mom, and fucking Forrest Phillips. Shout out to the Vanderhaven gang. We wouldn't be here without those guys, you know. So we wouldn't be here without Phil. So shout out to Sherry and Forrest.
Forrest is not. So Forrest is actually Julian Phillips' cousin.
What the fuck?
Actually?
Oh, he's not your cousin?
No, it's Julian
No.
Phillips' cousin.
Julian
I'm
Phillips.
just the point now where anytime I see any like Phillips or Phil, I just associate him with you. So that's on me.
It's okay. No, yeah, it's understandable why you would think that. Also, Forrest was here last week, and yeah, so I appreciate you coming back, Forrest. I know you didn't totally dig some of my comments. I hope that you did go and read back my reply because I hope I was fair in what I said. But all right, I think that really covers everything, man. This episode was awesome, and I really enjoyed this format.
Thanks to you, Phil.
No, man, it was everybody. It was a team effort, all of us. So thank you guys for being here. I do want to quickly announce, if you guys will allow me to, for anybody that didn't know, I will be joining the Windy City Breeze Network as the new host of Chicago Bulls Breeze. Or, Pat the designer is the guy in charge. I'm really excited to, be a part of his team. I'm excited to see what we can put together. So I think we're actually going to be making an episode. I might have an episode out tomorrow, very soon. So
I can't wait
Awesome.
for that, dude. I said it in my tweet. I think you're the perfect fucking person. Like, because I knew, like, I had Pat back when I first had the Discord. I invited Pat into the Discord, and like, he was just trying to like find his lane. And like, Pat, he's like a TV personality. Like, you could just see that dude being on TV. You could see, like, he just represents the fan base. He's a man of the people. And I think you're the perfect fucking dude to take that role now. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're a man of the people, dude. Like, look at Bulls Without Borders, man. Like, you got all this shit going. I think it's a match made in heaven to me with you on Windy to the Breeze.
Thank you, man. That's really kind. Really kind. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and honestly, like, I just like being a part of the community. And this doesn't. I don't want to take all. This is a team effort, man. Equal credit all around. This episode kicked ass. Is that Sal? Thank you as well for joining.
No, thank you for having me. And you know what? Like, I have two hosts. We live 5 to 10 miles away from each other, and I can't get them on in the same time. You got 3 men from different time zones. You got 5 people on, and that's impressive, man.
Credit to them, man.
Right.
Credit
so
to
for
them.
those around that are watching at the moment, okay, so what time is it in Chicago right now?
6:25.
Let's look. Yeah,
Central.
Neil?
Yep.
Oh, we got the game coming out in 30 minutes.
25 minutes past midnight.
What?
It is
fuck?
10:55 a.m. Saturday here.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the cool things is if we when we film at 5, it's always the next day for Troy and then the current day for obviously for me, but for Neil it goes from the current day to the next day while we're filming.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. My brain, I can't comprehend that right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like time travel, right?
Yeah, no, it's badass, man. It's just a cool ass concept, Bulls Without Borders, man. Like you said, to just have these different time zones and just different backgrounds. Like Neil coming in, bringing us that. Like if you guys are ever in the C-Red UK Discord, like it's just a whole different vibe from like a bunch of British dudes and fucking Matt's tough ass. Like it's just so cool having these different backgrounds and personalities all in one spot, man. It's awesome. I'm glad to be here tonight.
Cool. Hey,
Yeah,
we
thanks
could
for
run
joining
this
us.
back.
Seriously.
We could run this back for sure.
I'm down.
I'd really loved. Yeah, honestly, like we're same group because we had a great time. I thought the conversation was awesome. We could have probably gone for another hour and it wouldn't have been hard. But there's a post game.
We'd miss the game.
Yeah.
Sal,
There's a post game.
could you get you guys from the Horniacs to come on too?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can
Perfect.
barely get them on. Some of them it's hard to schedule on our games. So
Yeah,
I mean, but yeah, no, they'd be down usually.
Yeah.
We get
I'm
Hayes on as well.
Yeah. Hayes will have to join us, and yeah, Jamal was supposed to be here too, and his wife's sick. We hope that Jamal's wife gets better soon. One of these days, we're gonna get the 5 of our the team that originally came together for me. We'll all get on an episode eventually, but we're getting there. Like you guys said, it's hard to get coordinated, man. So
yeah.
Regardless, this was awesome. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. And yeah, guys, until next time, see Red and who we play the Magic. Yeah, fuck Orlando.
And the Magic.
Yeah.
Fuck
Magic.
Orlando. Suck the
Yeah.
Magic
And
out of the arena. Fuck, we don't believe in Magic in Chicago tonight, baby. Like, fuck the fucking Magic.
Just a quick
Is
shout
Banchero
out.
still out?
He's out, even better. We
Is
can
he-
whoop their ass.
Yeah, I think is he still out? I think he's still out.
And just a quick
Right.
shout out to Paddy for actually getting his ass out of bed on a Saturday morning. So
Shout you out, Patty the baddie, man.
Way to go, Pads. We're proud of you, brother. Thank you. All right, guys. Until next time.